First reading.
We preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to men, but to those who are called, the wisdom of God. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 1, 17-25. Brethren, Christ did not send me to baptize, but to preach the gospel, and not with eloquent wisdom, lest the cross of Christ be emptied of its power. For the word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the cleverness of the clever I will thwart. Where is the wise man? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God the world did not know God through wisdom, it pleased God through the folly of what we preach to save those who believe. For Jews demand signs and Greeks seek wisdom, but we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to Jews and folly to Gentiles. But to those who are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. The word of the Lord.
Responsorial Psalm. Psalm 33, 1-2, 4-5, 10-11. The Lord's merciful love fills the earth. Ring out your joy to the Lord, O you just, for praise is fitting for the upright. Give thanks to the Lord upon the harp, with a 10-stringed lute sing him songs. For the word of the Lord is faithful, and all his works to be trusted. The Lord loves justice and right, and his merciful love fills the earth. The Lord's merciful love fills the earth. The Lord frustrates the designs of the nations. He defeats the plans of the peoples. The designs of the Lord stand forever, the plans of his heart from age to age. The Lord's merciful love fills the earth. The Alleluia. Luke 21:36. Alleluia. Watch at all times, praying that you may be able to stand before the Son of Man. Alleluia.
Gospel. Behold, the bridegroom, come out to meet him. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Matthew 25, 1-13. At that time, Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven shall be compared to 10 maidens who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. For when the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. But at midnight there was a cry, Behold, the bridegroom, come out to meet him. Then all those maidens rose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise replied, Perhaps there will not be enough for us and for you. Go rather to the dealers and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was shut. Afterward the other maidens came also, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he replied, Truly, I say to you, I do not know you. Watch, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour. The Gospel of the Lord. Today's reflection. The difference between the wise and the foolish lies in the fact that the wise person is always prepared for crisis situations and eventualities. The wise person thinks beyond the moment and equips himself or herself for unplanned occurrences. The wise Christian also is always ready and does not rely on the virtues or good works of others. He or she deepens his or her sense of virtue as the instrument necessary for life on earth. Immediately after his conversion, St. Augustine began a spiritual journey which took him to the heights of sanctity. His love for God was total. It is necessary that we take constant care of our spiritual growth and not wait for the last minute.